Hey everybody, Aaron here. Welcome back to the Anime Talk, the show where I talk about any random topic I can think of and I write it down and then hopefully get to sometime at the near future. Because I tend to have a tendency to not do the actual writing down of the actual stuff that I want to keep on there. And lo and behold, then I forget completely about it and I'm like, oh crap, I had a good subject and I forgot to talk about it. Anyways, though, so I hope you guys are enjoying this series. So far, it seems like you guys are. I'm happy about that. So that means I'm doing my job successfully, I think. Um, so today I wanted to talk about something that I've actually been meaning to talk about on anything that I could for the longest time. It's something that my close friends and I who watch anime, religiously, we always talk about this, and we always say, what happens when anime is too long? Now, is it a good thing or a bad thing? So today's subject essentially is anime being very long a good thing or a bad thing? Now, if you can notice, I have case closed up there. Detective Conan in Japan, but Case Closed is the perfect example of a show going on too long. But I'm not going to talk about that yet. I want to save that. I mean, I know some of you guys have an idea of how many episodes Case Closed is, but do you really? All right. So let's talk about first about what concept is to be a long anime series. Now, most of us are used to like the 12 episode anime that lasts one season or two seasons long at 12 episodes a pop, so it equals out to like 24 episodes, maybe 26 if you count OVAs. Um, we're used to that a length because that's just how anime nowadays comes out unless it's a shonen series. Shonen series are the notorious long lasters. They're the ones that go 50 to 60 to 100 to 300 to 500 episodes without batting an eye. I mean, stuff like One Piece and Bleach and etc. Those shows go on for ages. I mean, Yu Yu Hakusho was a shonen series that only went on to I think 100 and I want to say 10. I might be wrong about that, but I think 100 something episodes. And that was like probably a shorter shonen series. There's a few shorter ones too. Buso Rankin I think was a shonen series, and that went on only for like 30 episodes, not even. But all too often, I have an issue with long running shows. Don't get me wrong. I know you guys might want to get pissed off that I don't like One Piece and all that. I don't like One Piece because I think it lasts way, way too long. After a certain point, I think it's just them trying to milk these series for money, and it's I can't blame them if they do that because it's a popular series like Bleach and One Piece and Naruto all do this, but it to me almost kind of degrades the quality of it after a while. One Piece started off really interestingly enough. I liked it when it first started, and I play a lot of the games, so I buy all the games, and I really am into that. But the storyline for it is just crazy, crazy nonsense. At one point, it's like it's a little too much for me. Bleach was the same issue, but Bleach at least was canceled technically. The anime was canceled. The manga is still going on, but they're too long to me. I think there's shows that need to be cut down in size, and I understand that they make money. That's why they keep going. I mean, why cut off your only like main source of income if you're a creator? I can't blame that. Like I can't blame Tade Kubo, who's the guy who makes Bleach, for making consistency with his series. Like he wanted to keep going forever and ever. It seemed like, and then at one point realized, I can't keep doing this. It's losing interest in America. Understandable, you push the series to a certain point, but it almost is to a point that what happens when people start losing faith in it? When people start losing interests. And as many I guarantee you guys, I know there's a lot of One Piece fans out there, but let's actually ourselves to looking at how many fans probably disappeared at One Piece after it hit like the 300 episode mark, or the 600th chapter or whatever. I guarantee you a lot of people left. I guarantee you, because it's just that it's not that we have the short term attention when it comes to anime. It's that more so we don't want to have series that are so long that we just have to keep watching them up to the point that for example, like Case Closed. This is where I'm going to start talking about Case Closed. Case Closed started in the 1990s, so that means that I was just born in that time period. I just came to birth, and now after whether you're 2016 now, it's still on. So figure this: one episode every week up to this point. Maybe a year break here and there, but still, constantly. Case Closed, if you guys don't realize, is 803 episodes, okay, and 20 movies. Let's say that again in slower concept. 803 episodes and 20 movies. That is bonkers to me. I can't understand that. You know, I loved Case Closed when it first came out in America. I was watching it on Toonami every night, and if I couldn't watch it, I record it, like by using the old method of VHS tapes, if you guys remember that. But I was always watching every episode of Case Closed, and I think 120 or 130 came out in America before the series was canned over here. But I watched every episode, excuse me, because they were awesome to me. I always wanted to know, will the main character ever find out a way to kind of return his body back to normal? Will he ever find out who actually did it? Et cetera, stuff. But now that the series is 800 episodes in Japan, nothing has been solved. I haven't watched every episode. Don't get me wrong, because I couldn't follow. I couldn't keep up. I think I kid you not, guys. I think I got up to, I want to say, 250 episodes into the series before I just went, I'm done. I can't anymore. Every episode was the same formulated concept. Jimmy Kudo, the main character, in the body of Conan Edogawa, because he's a smaller version of himself. Every episode was him, dealing with a murder, figuring out how to deal with it, solving it, and then just showing a little bit of kind of advancement toward the actual main plot. But every episode was like that. The movies kind of increased the plot line a little bit, but there were things that pissed me off so much about the show. Like, for example, the one girl never finding out that he's actually Jimmy Kudo, but now as a kid again. Him never finding out who actually did it, when he actually has someone who made the drug in his midst and doesn't know who actually set them up. It's like, why would you keep this show going? Why? It's not necessary to keep going. I don't understand it. To me, it's just pointless. It's a show that is 800 episodes long for no reason other than just to make a series long. And let's go back to like One Piece, for example. One Piece, it's a popular series. I know that it's very popular, especially in the West and Japan in general. But it's a show that, if you really think about it, what's actually happening in One Piece besides the cool? It has cool battles. I get that. I've seen some of the cool epic battles that One Piece has. Trust me, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos of some of the episodes. Some of the fight scenes are awesome. I love Zoro when it comes to him fighting, and Luffy gaining certain powers. They are cool. They rock that series a lot. There are other ones too, like I forgot the guy's name with I can't think. I'm not even gonna try to guess this because I don't want to be butchered by you guys. But it's a show that just has lasted too long. It really has. It's a show that I think at this point should have an end sight. Eventually. I know from what rumors are saying, it's gonna eventually end. Yeah, but eventually doesn't mean that it's going to end yet. It could be another couple of years. It could be think of how many more episodes. Think of what they're doing with it. It's like, come on, let the show get to a point that actually ends it conclusively. It's almost like they're afraid, and I talked about this last time, of actually ending it because they're not sure if they're going to have that ending that's going to appeal to everyone. And I hate to say it because I know some of my favorite series have been more than 50 episodes, yeah, but it's always the same thing for me. I like a show that's a little bit shorter. Like 24 episodes, I think is a good length for it. Or if you're gonna do what something like the Familiar of Zero did, where Familiar of Zero had 4 seasons long of 13 episodes. That's nothing wrong with that. It's spread out, so this way you get a little break in between. That even if you're watching the show, you go, hey, I could take in all this stuff. I could let it go, and kind of go back to it, watch it again. One Piece is every week it's updated. Every week it's got a new chapter. It's 800 episodes. It's 800, excuse me, not 800, 800 something chapters, and Case Closed is 803 episodes. These series need to end. I know you guys might go, well, I don't want it to ever end. Think about it roughly. Think about it in the sense that too much of a good thing is a bad thing too. At the same time, I've talked about this before also, but my voice went like really high pitched. That was weird. But anyways, am I going through puberty again? Oh God, it's terrible. No, but no, it's a thing that I think just the show needs to end eventually. It needs to have an end point in sight, and have it where the show wraps up conclusively, regardless of how fans are gonna react. Because you're not gonna satisfy everyone. Everyone's gonna be split with the endings. There are gonna be some people love it, some people hate it. It's like any form of medium that has endings in sight. You have to appeal to one person, at least try to aim for that. Because that's what you're going to appeal to that major group of people. Like, have the conclusive ending, which everything's nicely solved, and people will love it. Then you could also have the ending where almost everything's too nice to solve, like Naruto's manga, which, if you guys haven't read the manga, I won't spoil it per se at the ending at least, but that to me was an ending full of very nicely solved concepts. Like everything was just nicely done. To me that was a little bit too nice, but I understand it from a point that hey, at least it lets another series go in its place and kind of works away with that. But and I mean, there is gonna be the son of Naruto, Boruto, is gonna come out. I hate that name, by the way. Um, I really do. But that's coming out. What I think soon, if it hasn't started already. But it's just again, it's just this, anything I think has a shelf life. It's like anything else. Everything has an expiration date, whether it be food or whether it be anime or whether it be manga, video games. It has a date where it gets just tiresome. And it'll keep coming out because fans will keep buying it. Of course, I can't blame them, but it's like, well, 800 episodes again, case closed. 20 movies. That's crazy. I don't know. That's ridiculous. Think of it this way. By the way, I did some math in my head. I know I'm not good with math, by the way, so it could be wrong. But Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, which no one likes to talk about, Dragon Ball Kai, and Dragon Ball Super. If you combine all of those series and you combine all the movies of all of them, you still do not reach case closed. I think you reach around 600 episodes, and then also maybe like, I want to say maybe 15 or 10 movies in total, maybe less than that or more. But yeah, that's scary. I mean, I remember Dragon Ball Z when it first came out, and I remember constantly like being berated with episode after episode after arc after arc. And don't get me wrong, they were awesome, but it was like, wow, this show is going on forever. I mean, you feel yourself grow up. Like Case Closed again, I felt myself grow up when I thought about the first episode, and when I watched it was way back. I think in the I think that was still the early 2000s, because it was before Toonami disappeared originally. The first time Toonami disappeared. So I had to be around maybe 13 years old, 12 years old, and now I'm 25. And it's like, wow, going on 26, in several months. But it's like, wow, this show, it's still on. At least in the case of Berserk, Berserk is still on too, or excuse me, well, not on, but the manga is still running. But that's because it's not, being released constantly. It's more so taking a long time. That's a different story entirely. And maybe a different anime discussion entirely one day. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this anime talk. That's it for today. Yeah, so I hope you guys liked it. Again, I said it already once before, but I'm going to say it again. I don't know why. Maybe because I slipped my mind and I said it already. Please like, comment, subscribe if you did. Please comment in the box below about future recommendations you got, because I'll do them. Trust me. If you guys have something interesting to talk about, I'll talk about it and mention you. And if you have some input, you can even put in the comments some of your own input and your own feed, and I'll quote you in the actual video I do. But anyways, till we discuss the future again, folks, have a good one. Bye bye.